The band's coming back together with the premiere of NCIS Season 20. The reboot has brought many actors back to revive the iconic show that was NCIS. Although many actors couldn't join for scheduling or simply preferential concerns, the network has managed to round up some good people. Now with Michael Weatherly's departure from Bull, there are rumors on whether he'd be joining the fold. So let's find out. To begin with, let's rewind a little. Could Anthony Tony DiNozzo, played by Michael Weatherly, really return for NCIS Season 20? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? This CBS procedural debuted in 2003 and quickly became one of the network's most popular shows. It is currently the third longest-running scripted live-action show on broadcast television, trailing only Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Given the show's long history, it has seen its fair share of cast changes over the years, some more significant than others. Mark Harmon's departure from NCIS as Leroy Jethro Gibbs, the show's face for years, is the most significant change in the show's nearly two-decade run. Weatherly's decision to leave the show at the end of Season 13 is the series' next most significant casting change. The character, Very Special Agent Tony DiNozzo, was an integral part of the police procedural, not only because of his investigative abilities, but also because of his personality. Those of you who have watched the show know what we're talking about. He added much-needed levity to a show like NCIS, which frequently deals with crimes. Michael Weatherly recently wrapped up his 6th-season run on CBS's legal drama Bull, and fans are now wondering if he will reprise his role as Very Special Agent Tony DiNozzo on NCIS. Since leaving the long-running CBS procedural in 2016, Weatherly has teased a possible return. We must say, it's quite cruel of him to play with our feelings like that. But get this, he's not the only NCIS star teasing Tony's possible return now. Now let's learn more about the recent developments. Michael announced his departure from NCIS after 13 seasons and more than a whopping 300 episodes run, as well as the departure of Cote de Pablo's Siva David. Weatherly, however, stated in his exit statement, which was released before his final episode aired, that he would be open to returning in the future. Michael's departure from NCIS undoubtedly left a significant void in the police procedural, and you'd be lying if you'd say otherwise. Fortunately, 6 years after his departure, it appears that the show will be bringing the character back, as hinted by a recent social media post. Here's what happened. An NCIS throwback image of Timothy McGee's character and DiNozzo was shared by actor Sean Murray. The fact that CBS NCIS's official Instagram account responds, writing that they love a good throwback, adds to the speculation that this is a tease for Weatherly's return. To say that we're excited would surely be an understatement. For what it's worth, the actor's departure from the series was primarily due to his own show, Bull. Now that the CBS show has concluded, the actor may have more time to return to his old show. Fortunately, NCIS has left the door open for DiNozzo to rejoin his old team. The Very Special Agent on the project decided to retire to focus on his family, making it relatively easy for the writers to entice him back in for a case or two, or 3, or as many as he wishes. That's not where the story ends though. Listen up. Michael stated in an interview that he would never rule anything out when it comes to NCIS. He further said that he enjoys the show and the DiNozzo character. In 2018, the actor expressed similar sentiments on Twitter, writing that he will always be ready to play DiNozzo when the time is right. When will that time come, Weatherly? The actor has been posting throwback photos and magazine covers from his time on NCIS regularly, even posting photos of himself on the set of NCIS. Sean Murray, who has played Agent Tim McGee since Season 1, recently told Parade that he and Michael have discussed DiNozzo's return several times. Murray explained that he talks to Michael all the time, and they joke about it sometimes. To play with our feelings like that is simply not funny. What's more, things have escalated enough to include the producer as well. The NCIS executive producer Stephen D. Binder has discussed Weatherly's possible return. According to Newsweek, after the NCIS Season 19 finale, Binder expressed his desire to see DiNozzo return, saying that he would absolutely love to do something like that. Binder also implied that DiNozzo's return to Washington, D.C. is only a matter of time. The real question is when, not if. According to him, the last conversation he had with the actor was that he was going to take some time off and rest, because he went from a very difficult schedule on NCIS to headlining his own show for 6 years through COVID. He went on to give our hearts a bit too much hope, saying that his return wasn't a difficult conversation for them, and that it was only a matter of whether it worked out. That response appears to imply that Tony DiNozzo will not be returning to NCIS in Season 20, but that it might happen sooner than we expect, and we simply can't wait. Weatherly, on the other hand, appears to be very likely to return to working out after a short break. Now let's see what his return means for Season 20. If Michael does return, it will have a significant impact on NCIS Season 20. Given the upcoming milestone year, it's safe to say that CBS is going all out to celebrate this major achievement by rewarding longtime viewers for their dedication to the project. Bringing back Weatherly would be huge, but if the network really wants to go all out, convincing Harmon to reprise Gibbs in NCIS would be fantastic. The pair had a wonderful mentor-mentee relationship over the years, and it would be wonderful to see them reunite on screen after Michael's departure in 2016. While the broadcasting station is already at work, perhaps they can entice Cote de Pablo to reprise her role as Ziva David. The last time she appeared on the show, it was revealed that she and DiNozzo had rekindled their romance and were now settled in Paris, where they were raising their daughter quietly. Granted, convincing all 3 of them to return to the police procedural is a tall order, but if CBS is already considering it, NCIS Season 20 is the ideal time to put the plan into action. Given how popular the character remains, there has always been a desire to see DiNozzo return to NCIS. There is no better time to bring him back than this upcoming episode of the long-running procedural, given the show's upcoming milestone year and Weatherly's schedule clears up. He doesn't even have to be a regular again. Just seeing him reunite with his old team would be enough to make NCIS Season 20 memorable. Now here's some other news that might interest you. Coming up, Polly Perrette reveals that she faced a major stroke. Polly Perrette, a veteran of NCIS, discloses that she had a major stroke a year ago. Polly constantly reassured her admirers that she was still alive when she reached a terrifying milestone on Twitter. In the CBS procedural, Perrette, the 53-year-old actress, is best known for a role as forensic scientist Abby Sciuto. On Friday, she announced that it had been a year since her major stroke and that she is thankful for her life and still full of faith. She added that she suffered a major stroke on September 2nd last year. Before that, she had lost a lot of close relatives and friends, her father, and then cousin Wayne. Talk about life being a series of unfortunate events. When the medical emergency first occurred and after the tweet, Perrette did not make the information public. Yes, she's still here, Perrette stated in a video that went along with her message. Again, like how often can one avoid dying? Up next, this wasn't the first time Polly went through something like this. The TV